Hello, how's it going? If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Anel, where my channel is mainly based on self improvement, becoming the highest version of yourself. I'm here to share things that I've learned, that I've done, just to be sharing my experience in the Tony Robbins event that I went to just about 2 months ago. It's a UPW in Newark, New Jersey. I was not intentional about filming things, so they're just kind of random clips. However, I did do a quick recap after every day that I did go to. So I did want to share that with you. I didn't do an intro, so I figured why not give you a little intro, a little background of what video you're about to see. So I did a UPW event 2 years ago. It was a Zoom event, Tony Robbins Zoom event. Such a great, amazing experience that, to be honest, I can truly give the credit to Tony Robbins for helping me get into that self-improvement realm. Like, my life would not be the same if it wasn't for me attending that event. And I wasn't going to attend it because that event was $300. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pay $300 for a Zoom event that I didn't even know what it was. I was not into self-improvement. I was not in that life at all. But I did it anyways. And I'm so grateful I did, because here I am today feeling a lot better about myself. So first, let me start off by saying the cost of the tickets. The cost. Let me tell you how I purchased my tickets and how it happened. Most likely not go the same for you, but I'm going to share it anyways. So what happened was that my husband and I were going to attend the Date with Destiny event last year of 2023. Also a Zoom event. It was supposed to be 1 week long. However, the price for this event was $5,500. And we started making payments towards it. We started making payments. We're like, you know what? It's going to change your life. We need to go to it. It's going to be an amazing experience. And then a few months down the road of making some down payments, we decided, like, you know what? One, we don't have the money to be putting into that. Like, it's almost $6,000. That's a lot of money. Two, it's online. So it was going to be in our house, which means it's going to be really hard to focus because we have two little kids. And we're like, if we're spending so much money, it's not worth it doing it at home. We'd have to be physically in an event. And for Day with Destiny in person, we'd have to both pay $5,500 and some, because you'd be paying hotel fees and all those things. So we're like, that's just not doable for us right now. So I tried to cancel the down payment that we had. We had so far $1,300 on our Tony Robbins account. And the lady we spoke to was like, you cannot get your money back. There's absolutely no way, unless you pay the full price for the event and you do not like the event, then you can get your money back. But I was like, oh my gosh, that means I still have to pay $5,500, which I don't want to do that. So the other option, they said, was you can buy things that equal that price, because we had $1,300. Buying those online tapes. They're not called tapes. I'm not sure what they're called, but the online, they used to be the tapes, but now they're online. Because I listened to one and I really do like it. But then I was like, $1,300 worth of them? It's going to take a lot of them, because they're all like $200 around that price. So that was my second option, or my first option, because I was not going to pay $500. However, one day, one of the recruiters, I'm not sure what they're called, one of the workers reached out to me and was like, look, you have $1,300 in your account. You need to use them up before they expire. That money's going to expire within a year. He's like, there is going to be an event coming up in Newark, New Jersey. It's not for sale yet. It's not even listed up there yet. He's like, however, I can get you 2 VIP tickets for that cost. And at first I was like, I don't know. I've never been to Newark, and I don't really want to travel because I have kids. I don't want to leave them for that long. You know, it's still a 4-day event, so I'd have to leave like a day before and come back like maybe a day after. So that's 5 days of leaving my kids. Like, that's a lot for me. I have a 2-year-old daughter. Like, that's a lot. And a 5-year-old son, you know, they're still small. But I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it, because what else? Just let that money go to waste. So I was like, let's do it. I'm sure I'm going to benefit from it. So I booked it, and we ended up booking, once we knew the location, he told us Newark, New Jersey. And we looked up, like, in the past, where has it been, what stadium in Newark, New Jersey. And this was a Prudential Center. So we just looked up a place near the Prudential Center. We got an Airbnb and just booked it and forgot about it, because that was like months, like a year in advance, almost like months in advance. So the event took place, September, October, I forgot the exact date. And we booked this like January type of time, you know, it's like months in advance. So we paid $1,300 for 2 VIP tickets, and we asked people around there how much they paid for their VIP tickets. People were sitting around, and they said they paid $1,300 per ticket. So just so you know, we got a really good deal. I'm not sure if you're always gonna be able to get a deal like that, But it was such an amazing experience, and it was great because VIP is first come, first serve. So you can sit anywhere pretty much in the front row, for at least here in this center. And it's first come, first serve. So you better believe we were there or like an hour before so we could race to the doors and get a great seat, which we did. And it was totally worth it. And another tip, sit on the aisle seats, because people go in and out and it's so annoying to be in the middle. So sit on the aisle seats if you ever go to like a big event like that. And like I said, it was a great experience being in an environment like that, being around like-minded people that are into the same thing, that are just there like for themselves to get better as a person. Overall, it was a great experience. I would definitely do it again. I know he's going to be in the LA area next year, so I might book that. We'll see, because I kind of want to try something different. He has like the Business Mastery, Date with Destiny, and Date with Destiny is supposed to be the one that like you really, really get deep into those limited beliefs. So I really would love to do that one, but it's still a little on the pricier side, so we will see. However, let's jump right into it, and hopefully that answers a few questions for you guys, so you know how the stadium looks, know what to expect, know the energy. There's so much of that good energy going around there, and that's amazing. Like, you just find energy within yourself, because there were such long days. Like, props to Tony, man. That guy, I don't know where he gets that energy, because I mean, he talks about it. He gets it from in here and just excitement, but it is crazy, like no breaks. Like, he is crazy, and I love it. I love every minute about it. So yeah, just being around those people felt so good. Something like, I did get it through Zoom as well, but it's something being in there, because you're definitely pushing yourself more being in an environment like that versus at home. Like, you can chill more on the couch. You're taking eating breaks. Versus in there, you don't really want to miss out on those things. So yeah, let's jump right into it. If you have any questions, please drop them down below, and thank you so much for watching. To New York. We woke up at 2 a.m. and got to San Francisco around 4 a.m. Our flight left at 6. I took up at 6, and it is 2 p.m. right here right now. So this is a little tour of our Airbnb. It's a shared little place right here. It looks so tiny, but psych, you keep going up. We're staying in like little Portugal. Oh my god, my breath. Okay. So here's a glance of this room. Thank you. It's nice that we have a little fridge and stuff.
Very small.
I don't know if we'll use it. That's the outside. Out of breath. The restroom. Very basic. And our room. We just got here. A little bit ago. And we're gonna go check in. We have to register for the event for tomorrow. We have up until 9 p.m. today. It's about a 30-minute walk, so we're gonna walk it. The breath. So we're gonna go register for the event for tomorrow. It is about a 30-minute walk from here, and we have up until 9 p.m. to register, so not too bad. We have time. It is what, like 4 p.m. right now? Yep, it's about to be 4. And something happened. I was in charge of the electronics, so I had this little baggie in my purse that had our watch charger, phone charger, battery packs, all the charging stuff, all the electronics, and I lost it. I don't know where it's at. Left it somewhere either in the airport or in the flight. I feel kind of guilty because I don't like being responsible for losing things. So now I'm gonna have to go buy some chargers to at least charge our phones. I could go without my watch if I don't find one. I could buy one and get back home, but I need a phone charger.
You do not go on this journey.
So we just came and we registered. We received a book. It says The Holy Grail of Investing. I'm guessing it's his newest book. We have one of these things to take notes tomorrow, and pretty much it's first come first serve. So we'll see. We have the VIP, but it seems like a lot of people have the VIP. So I'm guessing a lot of people got good deals on those. And yeah, we'll see tomorrow. Getting ready to leave to the day 1 event, and I just had some breakfast. I'm actually having it as we speak. I made some eggs, got some bacon right here, honestly, I didn't want to eat out. I was like, oh, I don't want to eat out every single meal. And at the Tony Robbins event, they're going to have vendors, but I don't know what kind of food. And last night we had pizza. I was so bloated. I'm like, I want something just simple. So today we walked to the grocery store, just got some eggs and bacon. I'm like, perfect. That's literally all I need to get me going. This I'm wearing today. Very simple. Just got some Halara slacks, a black long sleeve. It is so cold. I was gonna put a blazer over, but it is so cold. I'm gonna have to just double up my jackets. The same ones I've been wearing, they're gonna have to be my go-to. So for the event, they say you cannot take backpacks, you cannot take big bags. I'm just gonna take my purse and our notebooks, some pens, very simple things. You know, my phone, my wallet. You can record in there. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So pretty much I will just check in today when we're done. I don't know what time it will finish. It says it can finish 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. They really don't know. But day one starts at 10 a.m. Doors open at 8:45 a.m. So it's about a 30-minute walk for us from here. We'll be walking. Trying to get there at 8:45. I am trying to get good seats because it's first come, first serve. Even though we have like the VIP, every section, Diamond, Elite, they're all first come, first serve. They don't have like a number seated, anything like that. So I will definitely check in later and let you know how day one is. I'm so excited because it says day one. You know, it pumps you up to get the other days going. And today we're doing the fire walk. Never experienced that, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll check in later. We're about to check in. Oh, I can't even see. Oh, yeah. What do you expect to get out of today?
Passion.
Passion?
Or passion.
Or give it passion? Yeah.
Huh?
More passion about your life?
Passionate life, yeah. More, give it everything you got kind of mentality today.
That's good. All in.
All in mentality.
We're going all in. He says a word. What does it say? Full force? No. Okay, what's that? I don't know.
Full
but
immersion?
Full immersion.
Is that the word?
I think that's the word. We're going in.
I'd like to invite you out of your seat if you're not already at the table. That's what we are. Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Tony Robbins!
Oh my gosh.
That's your go-to.
And my husband making fun of me over here. You guys will not believe what time it is. It is literally about to be 2 in the morning. We arrived at the Tony Robbins UPW event at 8:30 this morning. And it's gonna be 2 in the morning. Freaking crazy. Such a long day. That guy just has way too much energy. He was still like jumping up around and crazy. I can't even talk. I'm delusional right now. We did the fire walk at the end, which was crazy because I didn't think I could do it. And I did it. It's so crazy. I was about to go do it. You line up and you go one at a time. And one of the workers was like, she stopped me. She got upstairs. You can't do it. And I was like, why? I was like, did she sense my fear? Like, oh my gosh. Because Tony Robbins said, if you're really scared, the workers are going to pull you aside and they're not going to let you do it because you're going to burn yourself if you're not in that state of mind. So I was like, this fucking lady thinks I'm scared. And I was like, why are you pulling me aside? She's like, no, you're just getting some fresh coals. So they legit put like fresh coals, really hot, red, like sparkling coals. So anyhow, the moral of the story is I did that. And the worst part was not walking on the coals. It was walking back to the stadium barefoot after your feet were burned and really cold. It is like 30 degrees out there, super cold. And honestly, I'm just delusional. I'm tired. I'm really tired. So yeah, it was a great day. I really wanted to let you know what we talked about today, but there was just so much. Let me recap. Let me give a quick recap. I decided I'm going to do the recap now because I'm going to forget tomorrow. So why not? It's fresh in my mind. I'm tired, but it's okay. Pretty much today was day one, was really the main reason, like, why are you here? Are you really going to go all in, is what Tony Robbins is saying, right? So the first question is on this notebook. We get a notebook and we're going through questions throughout the whole thing, and some things are not in the notebook. It's just things he asks, and some things are really random when he pulls out different people from the audience, that's really cool. So it's, why are you here? And for me, because I've done UPW in the past, I did it 2 years ago, but it was a Zoom event during COVID time. Was it during COVID time? There was no COVID 2 years ago.
I don't think it was during COVID, no.
Maybe it wasn't during COVID time, but it was 2 years ago. I don't remember. And it was honestly like a great life-changing experience for me. And this is why I was like, I want to do it again. I want to do it as a reset. I want to do it as in like where I am now, and you know, my goals aligning. Where am I messing up? What do I need to do? And so the first question, why are you here? And then pretty much you go into describing what is an extraordinary life for you. What does that mean to you? Because we'll all have a different meaning of an extraordinary life. Just as everyone has a meaning to what makes them happy, everyone has a different meaning of money, relationships, you know, things of that sort. We talked about the elements of psychology. So he says, I don't know where I'm getting out with this. I'm going to have to cut this part out because I don't know where I am going with this. Okay, so another big thing today was really diving deep into the emotions. What emotions do you live by every day? Like, what are the main emotions that bother you every day, or the main emotions you feel every day? And for me, right now it's different than it was before. Right now, for me, my main trigger emotions are like anxiety, overwhelm, stress. Those kind of go hand in hand, and I know why I feel them, and I know what the main catalyst is, which is fear. It all leads to fear. And I know what triggers me, you know, feeling anxious and feeling a sense of overwhelm is when I simply put too much importance into something that it's not really important. So when I have, you know, learning things to like how to snap out of it. So we really talked about, okay, how do you get yourself out of those kinds of emotions? And one thing is movement. So this is like the main thing that he highlighted today is movement. And Tony Robbins is all about movement. We danced so much today. We jumped around so much today. And this guy is full of energy. Energy is life. Like, you need that energy to thrive. And for that, you need movement. When you move, you start feeling more energy. When you start feeling more energy, you snap out of that state of mind. So that was the main thing I got out of today. And yeah, just kind of like, how do you break out of your own patterns? Like, give examples of what you would do to break out of a pattern like that. Like, say you're feeling anxious, what are you gonna do? So for me, like, I notice when I do get in those states of mind, I have to like hype myself up, like, you're fine, let it go, it's not a big deal. And I have to like kind of put a smile on my face, like, you're fine, and start like, you know, talking a little faster, like jumping up a little bit, or even if it's just pause and slow down, which would be the opposite of that, you know. Instead of like, if I'm anxious, maybe I just, you know, slow down. It's not a big deal. Maybe give myself a little confident pose and let it go, you know, things of that sort. Giving myself that pep talk in that way. But it's a way I break those habits of not letting myself linger in those emotions. And that's another big thing we talked about today. Just, it's okay to feel those emotions, those negative emotions, those things that don't empower you. However, you don't want to stay in those emotions. You want to break out of it as quickly as possible. And I think there's like a 90-second rule. If you stay there longer than 90 seconds, you're done. You're done. You're going to linger in that emotion. Experience the life you focus on?
Oh, yeah. You don't live life, you live the life you focus on. I think that's what he says, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he explains, like, you don't live life, you live the life you focus on. And that's very important, because I feel like most of us feel like we're living this this life that we're supposed to live, but at the same time it's like, no, that's the life that you're focusing on. There's other things you can focus on to make your life better. And if you just change your focus and focus on the things that you do want to accomplish in your life instead of the things that you don't have. So focusing on things that you do have around, you know, the what's wrong is always there, and so is what's right, you know, and focusing just on what's right will change your mindset about everything, you know, seeing the bigger picture, taking, you know, control of your emotions, taking control of your life instead of just nagging and feeling like life is, you know, happening against you all the time, you know. Whatever happens, you know, you have to take full control and full actions of whatever's happening in your life, and enjoy the process of it. Enjoy you know, you can't just enjoy the good times. That was another thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, there's winter, there's spring, everything, you know, we all go through seasons, and you can't just enjoy the good times. You have to enjoy the bad times as well, because those are the ones that, you know, motivate you and push you to be the better person. So when spring comes around and, you know, you want to have a good time, you're ready for it. You know, you're ready for all seasons. So you got to prepare yourself, but it's by, you know, enjoying the process of everything and finding something good in every season.
You
So,
took the words out of my mouth. Finding something good in everything. Like, he gives examples of one person that can see. I actually don't remember the example, but I could use my life as an example. You know, I can see, like, oh my gosh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, you know, versus like, I do have this, I can do that, you know, just seeing the good in everything, because we all have something to be grateful for. We really do. If you just count your blessing, all the little things, and you stack those, even on your darkest days, you'll find something good in your darkest days. You still will find, like, well, I do still have this, or I can still do that, you know. That was one main thing he said. And I think that goes with, yeah, just how he said, if you experience the life you focus on, your life can be exactly the same. It's what you focus on. So you have the same exact life. Nothing changed. Like, this is you. You wake up, you're the same exact person as you were yesterday. However, today you wake up with a different mindset. Like, I am such a grateful person. I have such an abundant life because I have a roof over my head, because I have a family that loves me, a very supportive family. I have a job. Or you can wake up that same person and be like, oh my God, today sucks. It is so cold outside. Oh my God, like, my kids are nagging. Oh, my job sucks. You know, and then you can be the same person, the same life. It's just what you focus on. So that was really, really, really important to think of, because I know it's easy to forget that, you know, we have all these things to be grateful for. When you're always thinking about the future, like, you want more, you want this, you want that, but it's like, wait, live in the present first, be grateful for what you already have, and then, you know, always wanting more, because you never want to live in the past. The past doesn't exist. Let it go. It doesn't exist. However, you don't want to just stay in the present, because you also have to plan the future, but you don't want to just live in the future, because that causes uncertainty, because the future hasn't happened. So you want to teeter-totter between present and the future. So you want to live in the present while still having those future goals and those future ambitions. And that's another thing he mentioned. You just have to teeter-totter between the both versus just sticking with one. And that was a really good wrap-up of, like, what we did. It was a really good day. Like I said, a lot of movement. We're exhausted. What I didn't like, till we found out afterwards, was the food situation. I didn't like the food that they had in that event. It was just regular deep fried food, like chicken strips and fries, till we found out that you can go outside and bring food, because we saw some people eating Chipotle. So we did go around the corner and got some Chipotle, and that was like my highlight of the food portion of it, because I was like, oh, I don't want to eat chicken strips and fries. And they had said you couldn't bring food in. I was like, oh, I can't even bring my own food. I don't know, just not feeling the fast food. But Chipotle hit the spot. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited to really set my goals, because that was my favorite part 2 years ago, was setting my goals. Like, okay, where am I at? Where do I want to be? Where do I need to close the gap? Because I know general, like, okay, where I'm like lacking and slacking, but it's nice to put it into perspective and to write it down and know, you know, achievable goals, write them down, see them, and you know, see where I need to go from here, because this is a good reset for me. But yeah, so it's a good wrap up for today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, day 2. Hey, how's it going? So we just got back from day 2 of UPW here in New Jersey. It is 8 p.m. We left today at 8 in the morning, or I'm lying. It was like 8:30 in the morning. Doors opened at 9:30, so it's like a 30-minute walk. We did wait in line for about 30 minutes. It did get kind of crowded waiting in line, but we still got really good seats. Not way down there, but pretty much as low as we can kind of go with our VIP. Because you have the middle section, like the platinum, premium, diamond, and then you have the VIPs around. So we got pretty good seats. We got the seats on the edge. So today Tony Robbins was not there, and we already knew he wasn't going to be there. He did tell us he was not going to be there, that he was going to be resting his voice. So we had Joseph McClendon III as the guest speaker, and he does not fail to perform. He is so good. This guy has so much energy. I mean, he's like next level to Tony Robbins, and he is 72, I believe, 72 years old. Crazy amount of energy, and not only that, he's funny. He's a funny guy. So he had us doing like funny dances over there, like shaking our ass, and just saying funny things, and getting us up and out of that state and putting us in a really good state actually. And today, the main thing was conditioning, how to condition our body to stay and have lifelong lasting change. So, a lot of times we change for a little bit and we go back to those habits, back to those things. And he was teaching us tricks on how to stay in that state. And a lot of it has to do with movement, energy, how do you move yourself. Bad mood, go dance around, and I guarantee you'll get in a better mood. And I honestly feel like I had a breakthrough today. And one of the main things I've struggled with my whole life. So we did this challenge, not a challenge, I'm lying. We did this, I'm looking it up. So we did this activity called the Wheel of Life. So it's this thing right here. Everything is written on a piece of paper. And there are, I think it's 6 things on here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6 things or 7 things actually in this wheel. So we have your physical body, we have emotions and meaning, relationships, time, your work, career, mission, finances, celebration, and contribution. Those are the things on the circle. And the way you do it is pretty much if you fill the whole circle, you feel like you're 10 out of 10, you're 100% performing in those fields. And the less you have colored in is where you feel like you have the least. So if I give myself a 1 out of 10, that means I am not doing really good in that aspect. And out of all of them, there's a lot I need to work on. and I know my top 3. My top 3 for sure are physical and body, which is the main one that I chose to write about because he told us to choose one to focus on right now. And that is one that I chose because I know that if I work on that, it will help me align in other things. Like I know if I can be disciplined enough to follow through with my workouts, with what I say I'm going to eat, and really make a long lasting change. I know it will impact me in my career. I know it will impact me in my finances. It will impact me in my relationships because I will be the best version of myself. So I will be vibrating on the best, highest vibration I could, and it's going to elevate everything else, if that makes sense. Your energy flows, things just come to you. They really do because you're vibrating, you're attracting those things. And right now is something I've been struggling with. It has been my weight. And it's crazy because we know what to do. It's easy. I know what to do. Stop eating so much. Start moving more, right? It's simple. However, why am I not doing it? And my breakthrough today with that was one thing that Tony Robbins said. That we all have the capacity to change. We know how to change. Even if we tell yourself you must change, why do we not change? And for me, the reason I believe that, I was like, oh my God, this is why I have not done it. Because I believe I can't. I've always had that belief I can't because I go back to the past. I go back to the past and tell myself well, I failed before, I'm gonna fail again, and I don't say it out loud, I say it subconsciously. So I go back to eating the same things I always do, and I'll be like, in the back of my head, oh, I'll just start Monday. But I know it's gonna be the same repetitive pattern, or I'll just start tomorrow, or one bite, and I spiral out, and the lack of self-control comes in. And that's all because I've told myself that story I'm not gonna do it. You know, I can't do it. Instead of changing it to I can do it and just completely erasing that image of what happened in the past and just visualizing myself in the future. So that was what I did in my my goal thing here of what I need to do with my goals. It's like I know what to do, but it was a really breakthrough for me to think like, oh my gosh, that is why I haven't been able to conquer it, because deep down inside of my subconsciousness, I never believed I could. You know, I always believe like I always go back to it. That's just me. I've never been, you know, a person that stays disciplined for a long time, because I'll do it. Don't get me wrong, I'll do it for a while, but I go back to that 72 degrees. If anyone knows Tony Robbins, you know that metaphor. He'll say like we have our thermostat set, and once we're doing good, we're doing really good, we're doing all these things we're gonna say, and we're like, no, that's not me. That's doing too much. I belong here. And you go back to those old habits, back to those things, because you believe you belong here. So I gotta change my mindset. I gotta change my standards, and that is the definition I came out with today for that. So we had him for a while, and he was really good. And then we had, oh my gosh, what's the other guy's name? Scott?
Yes.
And then the other speaker was Scott. I do not remember his last name, but it's his friend that always comes out, and he came and spoke about money and how money is really important. Like no matter what, you need it, like it or not. You want to be healthier, you need money, because you need money to have a healthier lifestyle. You want to have a good relationship with your family, you need money, because you want to be able to hang out with them, take them places. Like regardless, you need to have money, and for that you need to change your relationship to money. And money is energy. So if you have more energy, you're going to attract more money. But you also have to learn the game of how to make money and what to do with the money to keep it flowing. So he talked a lot about that. And then we had another speaker named Siri, and that's one of his friends as well. And she came and talked about her life, her inspiring story of how she's overcame so many things. Like she never knew she was going to be able to be a triathlon Olympic #1 medalist, and she won. At like 23 years old, she didn't even know how to swim. She learned how to swim. She learned how to do all these things. Pretty much she learned how to do so many crazy things and accomplish so many crazy things that she never imagined. And it was just very inspiring. So that was another guest speaker. And at the end, what else do we have? At the end, we had some guy that did like a business mastery and a UPW with him. He just shared his story and how it's helped him, and he's very successful in his company. So that was today, day 2. I had a lot of empowering moments, because to me that was a breakthrough. I was just like, oh my gosh, it just clicked. It's because I truly have believed this whole time that I cannot do it. Like that is why. So I need to like let go of that limiting belief, change that story, switch it up, and give myself an empowering story. I can, I will, and I must, because it is the only way. So it was day 2. It was a very long day. We did have a 1-hour lunch break today, and we went to Chipotle, so that was nice to not have to eat inside the venue. And yesterday we did not have a break, so it was very different. Tomorrow we'll have Tony Robbins again, so I'm excited to see what that brings, because they say day 3 you're really putting everything into perspective that we learned today. And yeah, it was really good. It was a really good day. I still have a lot of energy, so I'm gonna go do something, because why not? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Good morning. It is 5 in the morning. Today's event is gonna start at 7, so we're actually planning to leave at 6. Having some eggs. I'm honestly not hungry right now because it is really early. However, it is a little hard to get good food over there, so I don't want to do Chipotle 3 times. So I'm like, we use some eggs here. That's what we've been doing, and it's been working. We got the beats going to wake up. So we'll see. I'm really excited for today, day 3. I'll check in later. I'll show you guys know how it is.
We live in a society that's so connected and disconnected. People taking so many pictures, they're missing the big picture. I don't care about followers, I don't care. We're all having a good time. We're all having a good time. We're all having a good time. Let's go. Don't stop the party.
So welcome to day 3 of the Tony Robbins UPW in New Jersey. We just got back. If I look this tired and tore up, it is because it's been a long day. So today we started at 7 a.m. Actually, doors open at 7. We got there at 6 in the morning, so we woke up at 5. We waited in line for an hour, but it was totally worth it because we were like the third ones in line. They had a few different lines, 2 different sections. So we went in, my husband ran in, he got us pretty good seats. I mean, it's as close as we can get to the VIP area because a lot of companies, they actually reserve seating area. So you couldn't go too low because they were reserved. But I mean, it was pretty darn good. And we were at a good angle. I really like their seats. You gotta get the corner seats because people are going in and out, in and out. So if you're in the middle, it sucks to have to like walk through everyone. So that was it starting. It is about to be midnight. I don't even know how many hours that is. I'm gonna say, how many hours is that? Can you do the math for me? Because my math is not mathing right now. I don't know the hours, but a lot of hours. And pretty much today we didn't really sit down. It was mainly jumping around. Most of the work we did was standing up. So today was one of the most transformative days. I think he even calls it the transformation day. So Tony Robbins was there today. And if I'm looking down, it's because I have my notebook here. So today what we did was called the Dickens. And the Dickens, what you pretty much do is you pick 3 limited beliefs. You can do as many as you want, but the notebook only let you pick 3. 3 limited beliefs, the 3 top ones that are holding you back. And you write down what would be the consequences if you did live with those limited beliefs for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road. We actually closed our eyes and it was really powerful. They dimmed the lights. And he went talking about, like, okay, if you had a limited belief, what would be the consequences? How would your life be? Who would it impact? Who would it affect? How, you know, and all these things, and you're like visualizing. At least I was. I'm over here like crying, tearing up. My husband, he wasn't crying at that moment, but I was. And my partner on this side, some girl we met, she wasn't crying either. So I was just like, But you know what? Some people were like out loud, making noise, like, you know, really impactful moment. Just thinking of like, oh my gosh, if I have this limited belief as I'm not good enough, that was mine actually, I'm not good enough, my number 1. So imagine living with that belief 5 years, 10 years, how would that affect? And I'm like, oh my God, it affects my family, and for to me, my family is everything. So I started thinking like, if I keep this belief, I'm gonna raise my kids thinking that they're not good enough, and that's the last thing I ever want. And I want to be like a great mentor to them. So I was like crying. I was like, I don't want to be that person, you know. So that was really, really impactful thinking that. And then we do this thing like you do funny things to let go of that limited belief, so it can snap you into a different state. We're like poking our nose and saying like, bullshit, I am good enough. And that was pretty funny, jumping around doing it. So yeah, we wrote. So we wrote our 3 limited beliefs, and we went down what negative consequences have you already experienced because of this limited belief. And so that was those beliefs.
What's up? What up?
And then we replaced the old beliefs with new beliefs. So if you're not good enough, what is a new belief you would replace it with? And for me to be like, I am good enough. I am enough. I can do it. I have done it, you know, or whatever it is your belief was. So that was really impactful. I really liked that we would share with a partner. So you'd find someone else to share, you know.
Cool ass invite.
So my favorite part was sharing these things, because I love to get vulnerable. I mean, you see me here, I'm literally like looking a hot mess most of the time. I don't get ready, I just come on here. I'm like, I have nothing to hide. Literally full transparency. Literally full transparency. Like, you see what you get.
It's done. Well, it's not done. There's one more day, but we're not going to it.
Like, literally, you get what you see. Is that how you say it? You get what you see. You see what you get. I love to get vulnerable. I love to get emotional. Like, I thrive on that. Clearly, you see me here sharing very vulnerable moments. And I really like to talk to people and get deep into what really, like, I don't know, like their limited beliefs, what fills them, and just kind of hear them out and say like, oh, okay, that's interesting that you think that way. Like, huh, I see it this way, you know, or like if they want that advice, or just asking them the right questions so they can maybe change their mindset. And I really thrive on that. And I mean, like I said, I love to get vulnerable. I'm clearly here looking at how messed, and I'm here anyways.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro.
You know?
Good shit, bro.
So from today, I learned so much. I learned that, you know, all these people that were here in this event, we're all here for the same thing. We all just want to end life. We all want to grow. We all want to feel love. We all want to feel passion. We all just want to be happy, right? And to be happy, you need growth. And, you know, and another thing that I learned, that, you know, I might feel like I'm not doing good in certain aspects. Like for me, my finances are like not there. They're not the business. That's definitely like my gap is, Tony Robbins calls it closing the gap, right? So you give yourself like a little grade from 0 to 10. Where are you at in that aspect? He goes through like finances, your health and body, your relationships, your time. And my finances are like, they're like at a 2, 3. You know, they're barely there. They barely existent because I haven't put time into them. So talking to all these people that I talked to today, you know, the networking that I did and meeting new friends, which was lovely to be able to do, you know, be around people that are like-minded. I learned that although I'm slacking in finances, because that's my issue, right? So we're talking about that. And I feel like, Tony says, like poor in that aspect. Actually, those people that said that, I feel like I have a rich mindset because I never realized this. I mean, I kind of did, but not to this extent. Most of the people that I talk to, they're not happy in their relationships. They're not happy. They're not with themselves, but it's mainly like either in a relationship or they're not clear in certain things. And it's things that I'm like, oh my gosh, like to me, it's easy. It's an easy answer. Like, oh, just do this or just do that, you know? I'm like, well, I never thought about it that way. Or like, people find it really hard to find love and connection. And for me, like, because I have such a high standard to love and connection with my husband and my family, I feel like I'm pretty good in the love and connection field. And it's not like I'm great. I'm pretty good. Like out of 10, I'm at an 8. But I'm constantly working at it. Like my communication with my husband is something we work on constantly. It's like an everyday like type of thing. You know, it's not just check in once a month, once a week. No, every day. How are you doing? What's going on? What's in your mom? You know, type of thing. So we perform to what standards we give ourselves. So if you have high standards, and that's your standard, you're gonna reach your standards. So if you have a low standard in certain things, that's where you're gonna reach because you don't find it important. So you're not gonna put importance into it. So that's kind of what we went through today. You know, let's finally close the gap and finally like destroy those limited beliefs. And yeah, it was really, really impactful doing that. We did so much dancing, which was so fun because I felt like a club. I was like, ooh, really good music. And at the end, we had a performance, Pitbull, and it was amazing because honestly, like with his music, I was kind of like over it. I used to listen to it when I was younger, and I'm like, oh my god, it's overplayed. But I got a whole new perspective of his music because he gave the background as to why he made certain songs, his background as, you know, why he is who he is and how he became who he is, you know. And it was really, really nice to hear that. Such a humble man and such a successful person, giving back, and the way he talks is just very influential. And you know, it was really nice to hear that part of it because I never knew, you know, that kind of story. So that was really nice. And as far as the last thing Tony Robbins went over was what's called the 3 principles of mastery. So to master any skill, whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, whether that be your body, your finances, relationships, you need 3 main I'm sorry, my husband over here is showing his ass crack.
There's a party going on next door.
Should I just go?
I would say yes, but I've seen like 36 dudes.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So, Tony Robbins talks about 3 principles of mastery. So if you want to close the gap, if you really, really want to master something, whether that be your physical body, your finances, your relationships, your time, whatever that is for you that you want, you know, you put importance into it, the 3 main things you need to do. Number 1, you need to model someone that's doing it, and not just doing it, but they're doing it. Like they are outstanding at what they do. Someone like Tony Robbins, right? If you want to model, if you want finances, boom, attend his wealth and mastery class. That's a good example. If you want to get better with your body, find a trainer that's fit and that knows what they're doing and is really good at what they're doing. That's number one. Number two, immersion. So you need to immerse yourself. You can't just do like 1 hour a week and think it's okay. No, you have to do longer time. You have to really give, go all in type of thing. So that for example, this Tony Robbins event is 4 days, and they're long days. They're not just a few hours. No, they're long to where you're tired. You're kind of like, I can't give it anymore. Literally, I'm burnt out. I'm tapped out. And somehow you find another wind. Somehow you're still dancing and jumping around, and that's what really hits. That's what really, you're like, whoa, I didn't know I had that in me. Number three, spaced repetition. So you want to get good at something, you have to repeatedly do and do and do, right? To get better, you have to keep doing that thing. And it can't just be doing it and then you stop, right? You have to come back to it, because like you said, most people fall off of a program. So whether that be like right now that we did the Tony Robbins event, and we feel this natural like high of life, like, oh my gosh, I'm unstoppable. Maybe a few months down the road, things happen, life happens, stress comes, and this and that. Might need another refresher and another type of repetition. Like, okay, go back to listen to some of his tapes, maybe. So that's a good example to just go back to like, why did I start? Why am I here? What's my motivation to want me to get to the next level? So that's my overcap. So that's the main. What's the word? Is overcap a word? No.
Overcap?
Yeah.
Recap.
That's right. So yeah, that's my recap of today. I really enjoyed today's transformation day. I feel like I got so much value out of it. I had a few breakthroughs where I was like, haha, that's why I do what I do, And I'm just excited to go back home and apply these things. And I cannot wait to start posting more things, because that's one of my goals, to be active here, because that's how I feel is my way of giving back. Because I feel like, I don't know if anyone's like me or the way I used to be. I was really quiet, really to myself. And I feel like it's, I don't know, just for my old self to reach out to people that were like myself. And it's just my way of giving back and share my story. If I can help anybody out there, just one person, that it's okay. Life is not that serious. It's, type of things. All these memories that you hold on to is just a memory in the past. It doesn't exist. It just really does not. All these traumas, they don't exist. Let them go. Write a new story of whoever you want to be and just live by that and take massive action. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. So yeah, thank you for listening. And tomorrow is day 4. However, we will not be attending day 4. Day 4 is the health and lifestyle, I believe. For sure it's health. Since I've done UPW 2 years ago, but I did it through Zoom. I feel like it's going to be pretty much the same thing, because so far up until day 3 it's been pretty similar. A few different surprises like Pitbull. But you know what? I'm here in New York. I'm in New Jersey, but it's just a subway down the street and we're in New York. I've never been here, so I'm going to explore the city tomorrow. And my son really wants some rainbow bagels. I'm going to go get him some. And yeah, so thank you for listening. Hopefully you grab something of it. Hopefully someone here will attend the UPW event, because I personally think it was totally worth it. Doing it live, doing it with my husband. I'm really grateful I was able to do it with him. And if you don't know the cost, we paid $1,500 for 2 tickets. We did get a good deal, because talking to other people here, I know they paid a little more. They paid general admission $900, and for VIP $1,300 per ticket, and we got $1,500 for 2. Because we got a good deal. It was one of those like, sign up now, we'll hook you up, we'll get you VIP. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So jump on those deals if you are interested. Don't wait on it, because I personally, I benefit from it, and I'm pretty sure my husband too. I mean, he can speak for himself, but I feel like we're ready to tackle this on, and we got a lot of different aspects out of it that, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten if I didn't come to this event. So thank you. Have a good night.